Wow. 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 We're going live. Yeah. Hey there, Siri Bot. How's it going? Give me just a moment here. I'm booting everything up. We're going to fall apart here for a second. You know, as professionals do. Gonna do that professional thing, you know? I'm trying out a different microphone today. I'm trying out my my headset mic, not the microphone on the VR headset, but the headset that I usually use for listening to, because the headphones and microphone on the Quest Pro, along with everything else, it's kind of breaking right now. So I'm doing my best. Yeah, I'm doing my best. But here we are. We're live once again. We're in VR this time. Look at me go, huh, guys? Isn't that cool? Isn't that cool? We're on VR. Who's this? Who's this little bean? Who's this little bean? It's Pescetti. Hey, Pescetti. Hey, little bean. We got to get you like a proper like little Avali. Did you know that you can actually choose different colors? Huh? Did you? Did you? There's like eight or 10, I think, different Avali to choose from. Yeah, if you go underneath the video player on the bottom right hand corner, I think there is a thing for streaming avatars, and if you click the Avali, it'll give you like 10 different color variations to choose from. So you can be an orange one, you can be a blue one, you can be a purple one, you can be anyone. You can be any color you want. Yeah. Oh, but you're green. That's right. Yes, green bird. Yeah. Gotta be green. We gotta get that's like the default one though. We gotta get you a good green one. A good green one. That's just like the one with the brown chest and stuff like that. That's the regular Avali. I think that's the standard one that the pack comes with. I'll have to see if I can make you another one. Like a green one like you. Yeah. A Pescetti green. A Pescetti. Well, I haven't made one yet. I haven't had a chance to make a whole heck of a lot yet, because I haven't been streaming enough to do it. But if I'm going to start streaming more often, like I hopefully plan to do, I will be making more Avali, because there needs to be more Avali. There's one for Stellar. There's one for Random. There's one for... Hopefully be one for you. I think there's one for Jay Velmise as well. I made one for him a while ago. Wow, my headset just doesn't feel right today. I'm like wearing it, but it just doesn't feel right. It feels like the vision is a little off. Kind of hard to tell. How you guys doing today? How you doing? How you doing? Kendall, VR says space birds crashed Somna. There's enough to do that. There's enough birds. There's so many birds. You're alking? What's an alking? Oh. That's right. The Avali got into the server room for Somna and gobbled up all the wires because they thought they were spaghetti, and then they were just going to eat them. But then it turned out like, actually people need those. RuneScape? Nope, that's not me. I don't do RuneScape. That's not me. That would be Blyce. Blyce does that. Blyce does RuneScape. You want RuneScape? Actually, they may still be live right now, actually. I'm not sure, but they might be. Blyce Fox does a lot of classic RuneScape. Pescetti says, I'm converting items into their value of gold by repeatedly clicking one point on my screen. Are you also playing RuneScape? Did you start joining Blyce? Pescetti, what did you do? Pescetti. What did you do? Pescetti says, start joining. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. You have over 3K hours in RuneScape. That's more hours than I have in VR chat. Wow. That's a lot of hours. Are you kidding? Blyce joined me. Nice. Wow. Wow. Guys, Smiley went to the store. He said, I have to get out of the house. I need to go for a walk for a little bit. I said, okay. So he went for his walk. And then he called me on the phone. And he said, hi-oh. I said, what? And he says, come and pick me up from the store. I've gone to the store and there was a deal on chicken. And I have bought an enormous amount of chicken. So I had to go pick him up from the store because he bought an enormous amount of chicken breasts. I was like, oh no. I see a bean down there. Who's that bean? For some reason, your name's not popping up. I don't know why. I guess you're nameless today. There's this little bean down here I'm looking at, and their name's not popping up. Excuse you. Show yourself. Excuse you. Who is that? They're not letting themselves know. It's okay, little bean. It's okay. We'll name them Fava Bean. Yeah. They're Fava Bean. They're like this bean. They're like that bean right there, except they're a tiny little bean on the screen. They're a bean on the screen. They're called Fava Bean. Yeah. Guys, I got banned on TikTok again. Yeah, I don't know what I did this time. I was told that apparently TikTok doesn't like furries, which is hilarious because there's so many of them over there. Yeah, again, I got banned like 3 times. This is my 3rd time now. The first time I got banned because I said the word gay. The second time I got banned, I forget what I did. And this time I actually don't know what the heck I did at all because the stream that I had beforehand finished. It didn't have any interruption. It actually finished. But then I tried to stream this morning and it said, nope. I said, why? It says, well, I don't know, but you have to wait 6 days. And I said, okay, I'll wait 6 days. So I'm waiting 6 days. But apparently this is not like a new thing. This is something I should expect. So you guys get me exclusively, except for YouTube, but you guys are basically getting me exclusively now. Yeah. Which I think also means that the coins don't show up, the like goals don't show up. Those things over there won't work anymore. So yeah, you guys get me exclusively now. I'm not paying attention to TikTok anymore. What do you guys think of the microphone today? I've changed it up a little bit. I'm using a headphone microphone today instead of my usual little lapel. Trying to simplify a little bit. Yeah. Trying to simplify. Here, let's get a little thing going here. Let me pick up one of these. Well, everyone I know gets banned for selling a service. They answered a question. Selling a service. I mean, I've mentioned the fact that I have a Twitch and a YouTube and stuff. I wonder if that might have had something to do with it. That's how I ended the stream yesterday. I was advertising the fact that we were going to go raid somebody on Twitch.tv. I wonder if that did it. That would make sense, right? Here's a question for a conversation starter on one of my cards here. I have a whole deck of cards over here for conversation starters. This one says, what was the best gift you ever received as a child? I feel like I've answered this one before, but I'll answer it again. And this is also for you guys too. So whatever you guys got as a gift as a child, what was your best gift that you ever got as one? And I think for me, my very first actual computer that I got was probably my best gift that I ever got from my mom. Now, this is obviously something that's kind of expensive. And it wasn't necessarily really my computer, although it had like my name on it for a birthday present, which was pretty cool. But my mom got like the whole kit and caboodle. It didn't go in my room or anything. It went into the dining room. And there was like a whole table and a computer tower, a scanner, a printer, the speakers, the monitor and everything. And that's where I started like creating little videos with Windows Movie Maker, if anybody remembers that. Heck yeah. I didn't get to play RuneScape until later on because I think this might have predated RuneScape for a couple years. But yeah, it was Windows 2000 was on this machine. We had earlier computers that were Windows 98, but those computers kept breaking down, and then we got like this thing called a Micron Millennia. I think it was called an RS 2100, something like that. It had 64 megabytes of RAM and a 20 gigabyte hard drive and a 700 megahertz Intel Celeron processor, and I was like, heck yeah. He says, I got a big old box of packing peanuts. I was put inside blindfolded and I had to dig through it. The original Crash Bandicoot 1 for PlayStation was at the bottom of the box. Oh, that's awesome. Did you actually do that? Did you actually have to do that? There was a few red herrings in the middle of the box. Oh my gosh, you dork. Yeah, I don't remember how old I was. How old was I when I got my first computer? I think I might have been like 14. No. 12 or 13 maybe. God, it's kind of hard to actually time that because I know when my siblings became a thing, I was 15. And that's when I started taking care of them. But I think I might have been 12 or 13 years old when I got my first computer. That would make sense. And I just like, I got my love for like creating stuff whenever I got that machine. And I just kept like, I would make like, what I would do is I would make like little pictures in MS Paint. And then I would take those pictures and animate them also in MS Paint to like different frames, and then put the frames into Windows Movie Maker, and then use the little microphone that I had to add sounds and music and stuff like that to it to make really crude animations. But it was like, that was my creations though. I was doing that. I thought that was pretty cool. I don't have any of those videos anymore, but it was a lot of fun doing that. And then I just kind of like, I kept doing that kind of stuff. I just kept creating. There's even like, there was a point where I was doing cell phone reviews for free, but I was doing cell phone reviews for flip phones and stuff like that. And that felt like probably the most professional stuff I've ever done. Because like I do the like, there would be like B-roll footage, and here's a couple pictures I took, and here's how good the video camera is on it. Here's the audio quality of the microphone. Here's some more B-roll footage. Here's some specs about the phone. Is it a good phone or not? That kind of stuff. It was a fun thing. And it definitely got a heck of a lot more attention than any of my furry stuff, because that's just something people actually want to know is You know, people actively look for that, a review for a flip phone. But I don't know. I have a heck of a lot more fun creating furry content. It's so much more rewarding to me. I like doing this. I like talking to you guys. That was quite the conversation. Well, we know what Biscotti got. They got Crash Bandicoot 1 for the PlayStation in a box. Kendall, how about you? What did you do? Or what did you get as a kid? Oh, that's right. You did say that. I missed that up there. It's like, I got my computer. You got a, what was it, a compact? I think you said? Your e-machines. Just opened a world of everything. Oh, that's right. And you also played RuneScape on it. That's right. Do you remember your first computers, like specs and stuff like that? I remember... This is going to date me a little bit, but I remember upgrading my computer from 64 megabytes and putting another 64 megabytes in it for a full 128 megabytes of RAM. And oh man, what a difference that made. My computer started up so much faster. I could create things so much quicker. Games actually loaded correctly or just loaded. You honestly can't. I understand that, yeah. I also remember when I got a Pentium 4 and I was like, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to deck this thing out, because I had the Pentium 4 computer for a couple years, and it at the time it was like the fastest computer. What I did is I did a lot of work for sort of work for my school as a kid, and I was keeping all the computers in the school running. And at the end of the year, the guy who's kind of supposed to be doing that work was like, hey, do you want a free computer? And as a kid, I didn't understand that maybe I shouldn't accept this, but I said, heck yeah, I'm going to do that. So they gave me a Pentium 4 2.4 gigahertz computer with like a full 256 gigs or megabytes of RAM, and a 40 gig hard drive. It was a little small form factor machine. Took it home, used it up and stuff like that. Upgraded it with what did I upgrade it with? An ATI HD 2600 Pro with, I think it was 256 megabytes of VRAM, and then I maxed out the RAM. I think the actual RAM to two gigabytes of DDR. I think it was 1 back then. I think it was DDR1 that they had in those machines back then. And that was like you could play almost any game you wanted on that, and all my friends on the street and stuff was like, hey, let's go over to their house because they got that computer, man. They got the computer, and it was I had taken the motherboard out of the original case and put it into this like silver tribal style blue lit up computer case and stuff like that with that the temperature gauge on it, the little thing that told you if the fans were running and all that stuff, and speed control. And it was, oh man, it was so freaking cool. I'm freaking nerding out right now, man. Hey Vixen, how you doing? How do you do? And then I think for one summer I was like doing a job, and I was able to go onto eBay and buy myself like my first dual core machine, which was an AMD Athlon X2, I think it was. I think it was a 4400 plus, whatever the heck that means. Did I hear the news? I don't think so. Let me know. But that one came with like 2 gigs of RAM, and I think I upgraded it to 4. and I got myself an NVIDIA 9600 GT with 512 megabytes of VRAM in it, and I used that computer for probably close to 8 years. Hey, excuse me. Hey, hey, Sveno. Sharon, do you understand? Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, he was wow. He, just not too long ago, he was doing a show, wasn't he? That's wild. I did not know that. Sveno says there's a bunch of people streaming at the moment. Oh, I was streaming earlier today too. Yeah, that was his goodbye concert. He was still singing pretty good too. That's wild. Wow. That is awesome that he gave us one more show before passing away. Will be forever known as such an awesome artist. Let's pick up another one of those cards. Let's see what it is. Maybe not this one. This one's not particularly good for the current setting. And not that one either. These are hard to come by. This one says, in a movie about your family, who would play the different members? And I don't really have any idea about movie performers or anything like that, really. So I wouldn't know how to answer this one. But what about you guys? If there was a movie about your family, who would say play the character, or who would be the person to play like your dad? Insert name here as self. I mean, I would play me, myself, and I. Man, I don't know any of the names of the people, but you know, and I can say this now because I'm not live on TikTok, but you know the movie called Meet the Fockers? What's that one guy, the dad who's like always trying to like lie detect everybody else and stuff like that? It's like I'm gonna make. Is that something De Niro? I think that's their name. That would be my stepdad. He's like, I am so happy. Yeah, Robert De Niro. There we go. That's his name. He would be my stepdad. But like, it's like he can be totally cool, right? But if you get on its bad side, you'll know. But he's a really cool dude. I've had some really interesting things happen recently that make me really kind of like connect with him recently, which is really good because my real dad is kind of a butt. So yeah, my stepdad is like basically my dad. Vixen says, Cheaty, I'm gonna boop ya. I'm gonna boop you. Boop. Blah. My goodness, it's a little bit of a slower day today, huh? You know, one thing I was kind of thinking about is actually going live later in the day too, because apparently that's when everybody actually goes live, is at night. Maybe I should give that a shot sometime. Actually go live at night. Because sometimes I'm like sitting at my office computer, and sometimes I'm like, what do I do right now? Like I could do some stuff on my computer, or I could go into VR and maybe meet some people. That'd be pretty cool, because I hardly ever do that. I hardly ever do that. I hardly ever go into VR and just like actually enjoy it. I'm always like creating something in VR, and people sometimes get like, hey, I want to hang out with you. Oh. Uh-oh. What happened? There we go. Shizuku says it's the famous Cheaty. Hi, Shizzy. How you doing today? Oh, whoa. Whoa. Guys, I'm over here. No, I'm over here now. No, I'm over here. No, guys, I'm over here. Guys, I'm over here. No, I'm over here. Hi. Hi. Wee. Eepy, it's almost 4 a.m. now. Shizzy, what are you doing awake? Go Eepy. Go Seepies. What are you doing? Go do this. Go yawn and go lay your head down. Pescetti says, I have a fish with your name on it. That's the... I'm like looking at that word, and like I'm trying to remember how it is that it actually means fish. Nova Vipatwagon says, oh, I gotta beat you up sometime or someone, Cheeto. My last chat erupted in dad jokes. Your last chat? Oh, are you streaming again? Do let me know. Savannah says, Ohio, did you know when Poundland has a whole section just for you? I'll post a pic in the Discord. Poundland? Ooh. You mean like the dollar store or like the pound store? Fish. You're such a dork, Biscotti. You're such a little goober. Look, guys, did you know that G-H-O-T-I means fish? Nova Vipatwagon says, Poundland? Dang, haven't heard that name in ages. Sadly, it's not all just a pound anymore. Yeah, our dollar stores aren't even $1 anymore. It's $1.25 now. Boo. Poopy. Don't like it. Go away with that noise. I'm gonna get, oh. Hi. How's it going? You guys, this is the chest floof stream today. Chest floof. Guys, I'm gonna do something illegal. You ready for this? Oh. Okay, I wasn't expecting that. I thought I was gonna stand on the desk when I did that. I went through it instead. My insides! My insides! We'll have to see about that, Vixen. But not right now, though. Oh, is that Jay? Oh, it's Chizzy. Pescetti says, what's in an unopened tomb? remains to be seen. Did you know that SiriBot also does certain things? Dad jokes? Not your mom jokes, though. Or does it? I don't know. Guys, a Pokemon has appeared down there. If you're over on Twitch, you can definitely grab it by typing !PokeCatch in the chat. Jurassic Josh says, okay, what's happening, chat? What's jappening? What's yappening? Yappening? I'm gonna yap you. Wow, 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 wow. See, I'm yapping. Deal with it. Yeah, wow, wow, wow. Wowee. Hey, hey, Pescetti, put me back down. Put me back down right now. What are you doing? Put me down. Don't you flip me. Don't you flip me, put me down. I'll flip you. Thank you. Much better. Thank you. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, guys. The full body died again. Zveno says, hi, do you want pats? Do I get pats? What if I get close? Do I get pats now? I have pats? Huh? Yeah. Julio, get the stretch. Oh, I get the stretches. Ready? Here we go. Wow. Doing the stretch. Oh, I actually popped pretty good there. Getting old. Wow. Everybody do the stretches. Posture check. Are you slouching in that chair? Get your booty back up. EP Cheaty. I am EP today. I don't know why. I had my coffee. I had my water. I had food. I did an exercise today. Nova says, no, I'm laying down. No, you're not allowed to lay down. You're not allowed to lay down. What are you doing? You got to be active. You got to be awake. You got to be moving. You got to be schmooving and grooving. Yeah. $900 more battle staves to turn into gold coins. Well, just make sure you're not slouching, because that's bad for your back. You know that. You know what? You know what I'm gonna do? You know what I'm gonna do, huh? Huh? You know what I'm gonna do? You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna sit down. I'm gonna sit down. Yeah, you can't stop me. I'm gonna do it. Yeah. You think you can stop me? Watch me. Watch me do it. Watch me do it. I'm gonna do it right now. Here we go. You ready? I'm doing it. I'm doing it. I'm bouncing. I'm bouncing. So it's I think I can just do this. Pescetti says, wait, you have an exercise ball as a chair? I actually have 2 chairs in here, but I do use the exercise ball a lot as a chair in this room, which I do spend a fair bit of time in here. So yeah, technically. I also have a very nice like lazy boy office chair in the office over there, which is really comfy. Um, but yeah, and then I also I have that, and then over here I also have a foldable lawn chair in case I just want to like sit back and relax. But I don't really use that too often. I think that sitting down or and this is not to say anything against anybody who does do this, because I know that almost everyone does this, but and maybe I haven't been enlightened. Maybe that's all it is, because I just don't have the space in here for like a bed or a couch or anything like that. But I think laying down in VR, like the people who lay down on their bed and then are floating in midair and then just kind of like, what is it called, like invisible go-kart around levels and stuff like that, because they turn their locomotion off too. It just looks so goofy to me. Like it's like you're in VR, and I don't know if it's also because I don't spend anywhere near as much time in VR as some other people do. Lay down on bed. No, I mean like in VR. I lay down on the ground. Well, I mean, I could technically do that too, but I mean, like the people that, yeah, in VR, like you, because a lot of people do their VR in their bedrooms. I am in actual VR space for my thing, so I don't have a bed in here. But I don't know, like sitting down and not moving at all. First of all, my controllers are sorry, not my controllers, but my trackers, the way that they're set up, they shut off if they're too still after about 10 seconds. So I literally can't sit still, or else the trackers will turn off. And I don't know. I feel like when you're bouncing around, it's a lot more interesting. You're bouncing around, you're moving around, you're having fun, you're being active in VR. It's a lot more fun because you bought the trackers, flaunt it a little bit, you know, like don't just sit down. Oh, none of the dad jokes that was in my chat I could put here for cough reasons. Are you sure they were dad jokes? I don't think they were dad jokes if you can't post them. Busketti says, if I'm more active in VR, I have a couch cushion in my office so I can relax and just lay down comfortably. I mean, like, this is pretty comfy, you know, and you get to bounce. You get to go boing, 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 you know? Mature dad jokes. You mean like the ones that don't make you groan? They kind of go, ooh. Like, they make you go like that instead. Like, ooh, he said that. Ooh, that's bad. Such a bad dragon. That sounded bad. I know. Oh my god. I can't get over it. Pescetti says, the fine wine kind of jokes or the old milk kind of jokes? I'm not going to say it. I had a thought. I had a thought for a moment there. See, I had a thought there for a moment. I'm not going to say it, though, because it's bad. It's bad. I can't say that. I can't do that. So you're streaming again then, Nova? What's got you back on it? I thought you didn't want to do streaming anymore, but now you're doing it again, and that's exciting because that means I get to go and I get to go bug you later now. Yeah, I'm gonna bug you. That's right. I'm gonna bug you. I'm gonna bug you. I'm gonna bug you. I'm gonna come to your stream. I'm gonna tell you dad jokes. Yeah. And you're not gonna stop me. Nova says, I never stopped. I just want to stop. I could have sworn you actually did stop, though. Because, like, I haven't seen you go live. I'm pretty sure I still follow you, too. What do you mean you want to stop, though? Like, you have, like, all of the stuff. You have all the things. You got the full body checkers. You got the headset. You got the professional headset that does the little base station tracking stuff. I think you got the index knuckles. You got that little thing that goes psst on you as well sometimes. That thing, you know, that thing. The thing that a lot of the streamers have these days. The thing that I won't do to myself because I've already done that part of my streaming days. And that I used to eat the little bean boozles and hot beans and all of that junk. I don't do that anymore. I'm done doing silly things. What do you want? What do you want? What are you looking at? Are you about to go to sleep in front of the camera? Good night. Guess he's just kind of like hanging out there in front of the camera. Hi. How's it going? I'm pretty sure that's Slushy. That's our oldest bird. He's the old one. I forget how old he is now, though. I think he might be 6 or 7. Yeah, I think he might be 6 or 7 years old now. Yeah, there's 4 birds in there. The one in front of there, that's Slushy. The one in the back, the yellow one, that's Peach. There's another blue one in there. His name is Mayonnaise. Well, he's mostly white. That's why his name is Mayo. And then there's also the green one. His name is Taco. I typed in UK to Ohio time. My brain thought you were the state. No, I'm in Ohio. It is currently 4 o'clock, which means I have to get going soon. Which is unfortunate because I think I just started streaming not so long ago. We have been live for 42 minutes. Nice. We had a stream earlier today, earlier in the day. I think I started streaming at either 9 or 9:30 this morning. No, I think it was 9. And we went till 10. And I did a little exercise thing, so I wasn't in VR this time. I was on a treadmill, and we just kind of like talked for a little bit. That was kind of cool. Definitely a lot more busy this morning. Hey, Ben. How you doing, little bean? Guys, look, it's Ben. Look, it's Ben. Another Awawi like me. Yeah. Another volley. Another volley. Guys, another volley. Yeah. Oh. Okay, so like I can't just immediately do that. Volley means election in Finnish. Oh, we're gonna take over your election. That's right. We went to Ferality Somna and crashed all the servers in preparation to crash your election. We're taking over. Hey Uzi, how's it going, Bean? Oh, hold on. There we go. I'm gonna get really close and personal. You guys ready for that? Wow. Whoa, did you guys see that? I didn't see that. Did you see that? Wow. You can't do that. But I did it though. So there. E. Paschetti. Can I be a Finnish president? I want to be a Finnish president. Then I'll tell everyone that they need to come and give me fish. Yeah, I'm gonna go gobble up fish, and then I'm gonna tell everyone that gas is gonna be cheap because I want it to be, and then they'll have to do it because I said so. See, look at me, I'm great at this. Gas is gonna be cheap. Food. Everyone's gonna eat fish. There's an entire humongous ocean out there full of fish, right? We need to eat more fish. We need to stop eating cows. There's not as many cows. We need to stop eating chickens because we're chickens. We need to start eating fish because fish is delish. You're watching me on smart glasses. Whoa. That's a thing you can do? I didn't know. That is awesome. I wanna see me on smart glasses. I wanna see me on a smart fridge. Nova Viper Wagon says I love tuna personally. I love tuna. Tuna steaks. I love tuna sandwiches. We made tuna like salad noodle stuff the other day, and I was just like, because there's like fresh onions in there and celery and mayonnaise and oh my god, it was so good. and noodles and oh, I'm getting really hungry thinking about that because that was so tasty. But Smiley sometimes makes like these tuna steak sandwiches, which are like absolutely delicious. Or like, what about pickled herring and not cookies, but what would they be called? Biscuits? Like little chips. Wake up! My hand died. We're just gonna pretend that didn't happen. Maybe it'll come back on its own. Biscotti says, I don't think you'd be very popular bringing your American expectations into our culture. Well, I'm not going to bring... I'm going to make... Do you not want cheap gas? What do you mean? Like we have... Oh. What happened? Everything moved. Wow. How rude. Hold on a second. Let me just... I don't know if like it's gonna suddenly just jolt back again. There we go. Like we have healthcare and free education and negative school-related events like once a decade. Well, I'm not saying bring the negative things of the U.S. to you. Like healthcare is nice, right? Healthcare is really nice. Free education is nice, so that people don't. Oh, wait a minute, hold on. Okay, maybe we shouldn't do this. I just thought about that. It's like maybe we shouldn't talk about that kind of stuff because I agree with you though, by the way. But yeah, I like not having school-related incident words. You know what I mean? I like not having those. Yeah, maybe we shouldn't talk about those things because that's how people. That's how you get in trouble. Hey, Jessie. Or Jesse. Sorry. Ahoy, matey. Adorable of all you are. Yes. Yes, and so are you. Me. You're a pretty bird. Pretty bird. Nova Viper Wagon says, we don't want your gas, Hi-Oh. It's stinky. Nuh-uh, I'm not the one doing that. You guys are the ones that are putting the stinky command in. I'm not the one that's trying to jump scare a bird on stream right now. You guys are. Yeah. So there. Yeah. Wow. Look at you guys trying to blame me. Wow. Wow. Jesse, they're trying to blame me again. They're telling me I'm stinky, but they're the ones that are farting on the stream. Not me. I didn't do it. Nope, not one bit. That's all you. That's not you, but that's all them. Yeah. Yeah. Maybe it was Ben. Maybe it was Ben. Ben did it. That's who did it. Spook the Cheaty. No, don't spook the Cheaty. Jesse says, I always hate the stinky bit on a volley. Why is that a thing? I mean, it's because we're made out of ammonia. I mean, but I'm not able to probably even live on regular Avalon because my blood is like water based instead of ammonia based. So yeah, I get to live on Earth. I get to enjoy summer and still die inside because of how hot it is out here, but still be like slightly cooler because I'm a bird. Yeah. Or a Navali. I know some people don't like to be called a bird, but you know. Biscotti says, you know what? You'll come here and instead of trying to become a president, I don't even know if you guys have a president. I was just joking about that. And worry about the bad people on our eastern border. You just become Finnish because Finland is the happiest country in the world. And you guys have fish. Yeah. So that's totally cool. I would totally do that. Nova says, you are just Cheeto dust. Yeah, well, you know. So just because you can nibble my ears and stuff like that and taste Cheeto dust, that's, you know, that doesn't mean nothing. Yeah. Just because whenever I take a shower, I turn white for a little bit, right? Because I'm just my feathers just produce Cheeto dust dander. I don't like saying that part. That's what it would technically be if you think about it, but like, I don't like saying that part. Jesse says, I'm a clean freak OCD. I am not going to be stinky. Bothers me when people do that. Also, being called a chicken. I don't mind that part. Because I like the I don't like being called stinky. I mean, if somebody's actually trying to do that to me, I understand that people try to make the jokes about the poo-poo bird because of the whole issue with the Seeker I had a while ago. The Seeker, a volley of mine, had a spot on him that made it look like he had done stuff. So had to deal with that for a while, and I still deal with that today. But no, I don't really mind being called a chicken. I think it's kind of funny. It's like people are trying to make a haha funny, trying to include me in their jokes and stuff so that we can be friends and things. Now, if somebody tries to go along the lines of like, oh, you're a chicken, and like it happened earlier today and someone was really weird about it. But they're like, oh, you're a chicken and I'm going to do all these really lewd things to you because of it. I'm like, yeah, how about you don't? Don't do that, thank you. If they don't do that, then they're cool. But if they just call me a chicken, I don't mind that. But if they're gonna be like really nasty about it, then yeah, I don't know why. It was weird. I'm trying. Anyway, Pescetti says you just eat fish and you go to the sauna, drink beer, and don't let the Russia scare you, and get good internet and play in the snow and swim in the lakes, and and do all the things. The lakes are apparently warm too, which is pretty cool. I don't know what you're talking about, but it sounds hilarious. Oh, the chicken thing? I don't know. I think the chicken thing is kind of fun. I think it's fun. I don't mind people being funny about stuff because they're just including me. That's cool. I don't mind that one bit. Hey, Creeper. Hello. Hi. We're just kind of sitting down. I'm sitting down on a bouncy ball right now. Or an exercise ball. And we're just talking. We're just talking about stuff. Heck yeah. How you doing? I'm doing good. I'm tired, but I'm doing good. I don't think I got that great of a sleep last night. I didn't fall asleep until 2 or 2:30. No, that's not right. I fell asleep at 1:30 in the morning. Woke back up at 3. Then went back to sleep at around 3:30, and then I woke back up. I think. When did I wake up? I think I woke back up at 5:30. Went back to sleep again, and then woke up for sure at 6:30 or 7. So I don't know. My sleep schedule's been a little funky recently. Yeah, I'm sure he gets that a lot, Vixen. Creeper! Aw, man! No, not the same person. Uzi says, Hayo is a mega dino nugget. I'm gonna get you, though. Look out, because I got... Look out. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Look out, because I got teethers. I'm gonna nibble. I'm gonna nibble. You look out. You look out. I'm gonna nibble ya. Yeah, I eat the dino nuggies. The funny thing about calling an avali a chicken is that given the chance, a volley probably would actually eat a chicken. Like, if they had to, right? They probably would actually eat a chicken. They're not chickens. We're we're not even technically birds. We're like raptors. Creeper. It's all good. It's just a funny joke. Sorry, I got this name from a good friend of mine who's no longer with it. I'm very defensive over it. Ah, I see. I gotcha. Oh, I hate it when that happens. I had to sneeze and then it went away. Hippity hoppity, hippity hoppity, bouncy bounce. Hello to our one viewer over on YouTube. How you doing today? I see you over there. Ghost Mallow. Yeah. Yeah, because like it like makes your nose get all stuffy whenever that happens. Like, oh my gosh, what is happening? I keep like resetting. I'm gonna hold on. I'm gonna move a little closer. I think I'm touching something on the floor there. What was that? Wow! 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 Legends! Thanks for the follow. Wow! You're awesome. Hope you enjoy your stay.
Thank you for the follow, Legends_Untold.
Creeper says, well, tomorrow I gotta pay off the guy I got in the accident with. And that will finally be over with. Wow, is everybody getting into accidents recently? I've been hearing a lot about people getting into accidents. I'm sorry to hear that you were in an accident. I'm glad you're here to tell the tale, though. Uzi got into an accident too, unfortunately. Here we go. A few months ago with hydroplane. Yeah! Wow, it's like the whole crowd is here. It's actually kind of interesting. I've noticed a lot of people that I have over on from the Gmod days have recently kind of been popping back up again. It's really cool. Creeper says, I have the gun you sent me sitting right in front of me. Heck yeah. Waba. AK-70. What's the difference between an AK-74 and an AK-47? Is it just backwards? Or does like the what is it called? The magazine go a different direction? Guys, Pokemon! A Pokemon has arrived. It has hands for ears. That looks really weird. Grab it today by typing !! PokeCatch in the chat. The 47 is in 762 by 39, and 74 is in 545 39. I see. So a little bit more, a little bit smaller but faster bullet. Gotcha.
Hello there.
Hi Zephys. Pokemon through beam. Hello. High speed, low drag. Yeah. I want to pick up another one of those cards. Let's pick one up. Let's see what we get. Let's see here. And now, of course, this goes for any of us, right? This one's, and this is going to be a no from me. But is there a legendary love story in your family? No, not for me. It's been kind of chill our whole time. I guess maybe one thing I could. Oh, can I mention this actually? I mean, maybe I shouldn't. Never mind. It's not a legendary love story. It's just a thing that my grandfather used to do. But I don't think that's a safe thing to say, so I won't do it. Zephys says, "Were you streaming earlier today? I got notified about it." Yes, I did go live streaming earlier. I'm trying to do at least every day. I'm gonna try and do a stream in the morning for about maybe 40 to an hour, or 40 minutes to an hour. Not like a 2 or 3 hour thing like I do for the later ones in the day. Did Faircast show you what I got him yesterday? I don't think so. But yeah, I was live streaming earlier. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get myself to do workouts again, like trying to force myself to actually get like proper workouts done, and to kind of force myself to do that and also enjoy it. I'm going to be live streaming the while I'm working out, just so I could talk to you guys while I'm doing that. And well, I won't be in VR doing it though. Got to get my little leg muscles moving again. Not moving enough. I need to move more. Whoa! Oh my gosh, that scared me. Oh my gosh. I'm just gonna do a nice little. Whoa, there we go. I'm gonna fall apart here for a second. There we go. Wow, there we go. Wow, there we go. Nice. Creeper says, I need to get a job so I can get some exercise in. Uzi says, Hio sends the image in Discord when you get around to looking. Okay, cool, thank you. Yeah, I should probably just take off these trackers since I can't use them. Whoa, hey, whoa, 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 whoa. Hey, just because we're, wow, wow, wow. Where did you get the name Hayo? Well, technically, hold on, let me, move the camera a little bit here. I'm gonna stand up for a little while. Whew. Okay, hold on. I'll be right back, guys. I'm going to zoom the camera out here and fall apart for a second. I'll be right back. Whoa, 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 whoa. Hey, hold on a second. What are you guys doing, huh? Huh? Wow. Trying to claim my chat over the power of all the things. Of course, it should only be that. The most important thing ever. A volley. A volley will scream. They will let you know. Oh, my vision is all messed up again. Very nice. Thank you very much. I gotta swap out my batteries because they are dying. Nice. And my wow. Zephys, what happened? Did you win? Did you win? Nice. Oh, you were battling Zephys. You were battling Zephys for the power, the might that is the volley. That is for the fox. That is for the birds. Creeper says 2 crits in a row. Hacks. No, it happens sometimes. It happens sometimes. Uh-oh. Come on, Zephys. There you go. There you go. Vixen's like, for a volley. Uh-oh. Oh, man, that crit really hurt. Oh, man, 2 crits in a row. I don't know if Zephys can recover from that one. There's like a sliver of life left and a miss. Oh, no. Wow, look at this, guys. Wait. Does Zephys have a chance? No way. Whoa. Oh, what an upset. What an upset. Vixen like had that going there for a second and got it stolen. Wow. Epic. That was pretty cool. That was pretty cool. There we go. My tracking keeps messing up. It's like moving me all over the place. Wow. Quest Pro, why must you do this? You're supposed to be the good headset. Why are you doing this to me? No. Duel was going on, so my gun pick may have gone unnoticed. I don't think you can post pictures here. Hold on. I don't usually check Discord while still streaming. That's why. Where is Discord? Let's see here. Oh, that's pretty cool. That's really neat, Uzi. Very cool. It's not the Discord. It is exclamation point chat, exclamation point CHAT for the Discord. Now, Hio, do you admit for superior? No, a volley win. I'm sorry, I get to say that. You know why? Because I'm the streamer. What I say happens and goes, and you have to give me all of your money, or else I will ban you from the chat forever, and you'll never come back because I said no because you didn't give me money. I'm be grumpy, and then I'm gonna be grumpy, and then you're gonna have to deal with it, and then you guys can act like you're all big and high and mighty when you go onto Twitter and tell how much Hio is a horrible person and stuff because I banned you from my chat because you didn't give me money. But I'm gonna say I didn't say that, and there's no proof, and then I'm gonna delete all of the things on my Twitch that show me actually saying that, and then I'm gonna hope to gosh that nobody actually. I'm gonna shut up now. Never mind. I'm just rambling.
I won twice back to back. You can't do this to me.
Creeper says, Hio, I posted a link in chat to the MGR, not Discord. I see. I can't click the links in there. All I see is what you guys see here, and I can't click on anything in here. I actually don't have access to the chat right now. Which will become a problem later on, I'm sure. Oh, it was for the chatters. I gotcha. It's for the cheater chatters. Oh, is that what that little 3-star thing was? Yeah, when you posted it, I think Twitch itself blocked it. Yeah, Twitch by default doesn't allow links in the chat because that's how bots or scammers usually try to get people to like go and follow their stuff. So they've actually like technically turned that kind of stuff off. It's a whoa. It was like 2 of them at the same time. Wow. But yeah, that feature is turned on by... No, people can't see that. It looks like this. It's a default feature. Streamers have to turn that feature off. And because scammers like to use that functionality, I usually just leave it turned on. No, it's usually along the lines of like, hey, come and click my link so that you can get more followers and likes on your stream and stuff like that. It's like, hey, looking for more followers? You can get like 100 followers for only $10 by clicking this link. Bless you. My goodness. Now, normally there's a way to like manually turn on links from a person for like 5 minutes or something like that if I wanted to. I just don't have access to that with how I have my stream set up. Because I see this. I see this. With like CheetoBot right here, the like goals here, the chat there, the birds there, my artwork stuff over there, the followers. I see all of this stuff. It's just a panel that I have in front of me that I see all the time. But that's how I see your guys' chat. Yeah, I wouldn't be able to either way. I don't have my streaming stuff set up that way. I try to keep my streams as simple as possible because I am a tiny brained bird, so I'm not able to actually like do all the fun stuff that everyone else can do, especially when in VR. But yeah, I don't have any access to screen sharing of my desktop or anything like that, so. I get a soda? You guys are giving me a soda? Heck yeah. I'm getting a soda, guys. I'm gonna put my controllers have actually not been overheating today. That's pretty cool. All right, let's get the hand tracking. There we go. Let me grab a soda from my thingy. All right, you guys ready? Let's see if the headset mic will pick this up. Let's see. You ready? Here we go. Ah, cool, it did it. Nice. And now for my first sip of soda. Oh, that's bubbly. Wow. It's the same one. I've only been given the LaCroix so far. I need to put like more pops and stuff like that onto this thing. I basically, whenever I get stuff like this, I get it from Throne. If you guys know what Throne is, it's a thing where you guys can like gift like sodas, and I mean you can gift literally anything from Throne. I just don't want to make like super expensive treats or anything like that from there. I just want like snacks and coffee and soda pop. LaCroix is sparkling water, not soda. You shush. I don't usually do sugary stuff, so this is my pop, okay? Wow. I like my little LaCroix. I like my lemon water. I like my bubbly water that had a lemon dipped in it. Having sugar in my diet was really not making me feel all that great. So I mean, when I was younger, I used to have a lot of sugar in my diet, like way too much. And since I got rid of it, so much foods taste amazing now. That used to taste like garbage to me, but so much, like even the stuff that I liked before, that when I was eating sugar, still tastes good, but like things that tasted really bad taste amazing now.
LaCroix is sparkling water, not soda.
Yeah, so no, this is my soda. This is my version of soda. This is what I got. And it's good. Yeah. Hey. I heard that a coffee press makes a really good beverages, so I got one and put Coca-Cola in it, and it was so depressing. Who made that joke? Who did that? I can't read the name of the person who did that. Who did that? Zeppa says Pescetti, I think. Pescetti. Pescetti, what are you doing? Pescetti. You know, one time somebody came to my door asking for small donations to the local swimming pool. I gave him a glass of water. Siribot says, my son is studying to be a surgeon. I just hope he makes the cut. Delicious. I wouldn't mind having like actual pops though. Like if I do a stream, I'm allowed to have a single pop a day or something. That'd be kind of cool.
Hey, pump it up!
Uh-oh. 1, 2, 3, 4. Excuse me. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There we go. Yeah. Ah, yes, the old fart break. That's not what that is. No, I'm doing my squats. I'm doing the squatty potty dance. No. 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 All right, guys. I have to start thinking about closing up shop soon. It is currently 4:38, which means it's getting later in the day. Actually, let me check my battery here real quick. Oh, we're still doing good. I'll take your entire stock, says Pescetti. Sometimes I want to say spaghetti. But you're not spaghetti, you're Pescetti. Tonight we're having chicken. I know that might sound a little weird as in the Bali. Yes, I know. But no, we're having chicken tonight. We're gonna make some we got like a really good deal. I'm Pescetti. Burb is friend, not food. No. No. I'm having pork chops. Chicken is delicious. Yeah. Vixen says, Cheaty, what do you actually do for work? I do a little bit of everything. I kind of like, basically just, I'm on call all the time. I'm waiting for people to have problems with their computers or lawn work or housework. Not like cleaning their houses or anything like that, but like replacing outlets and stuff in their house. I'm a little bit of a handyman, basically. I also fix computers too. Every once in a while I get a chance to build a computer, but it's not usually as exciting as you think it is, because I'm just building like office PCs and stuff. Every once in a while I get to build a gaming computer, and it's always really funny to like hold the GPUs that come out these days, like 3080s, 4080s, you know, things like that. These GPUs are freaking enormous these days. It's so silly. Yeah, pretty much. I do little things here and there. Smiley is the one that does all the really cool stuff. I'm not going to talk about what he does. I actually can't. But he does all the cool stuff. Creeper says, I have a 2070 Super. Does pretty well for me. I mean, a lot of people, whenever I do get a chance to build an actual gaming computer, they're always like, yeah, I have money, but I don't have like the know-how on how to build the PC. So I'm gonna like buy all these parts and you put them together, and it's always like an 80 series card. I haven't gotten a chance to touch a 90 series card yet, like a 3090, a 4090, or a 5090. I kind of don't want to because of that connector that they use that always has that issue of like basically melting. I don't want to be responsible for that. It kind of sounds like no matter what you do, that kind of just happens with those graphics cards. I don't want to be responsible for that. Piscetti says, I'm just a cog on the Ubi machine. Ubi machine? What's an Ubi machine? Yasher Fox says, NVIDIA is responsible for their connectors. Yeah, but here's the thing. If a computer starts melting, or God forbid it catches fire, you know who they're going to call? They're not calling NVIDIA. You know what I mean? I'm not dealing with that. Pescetti says, that's all you get for now. But you gave me fish earlier. Look, you gave me fish. You gave me fish. If I got the fish, then I get the rest of the story, right? Don't I? Come on, what are you talking about? I get this. I get the rest of the story, right? Yeah. Creeper says, that's why I've sold all my... wait, I read that wrong. That's why I've sold a chunk of my collection just so I can live. Yeah, that happens sometimes. Zephyrus says, you don't get my fish since I can't go fishing. Why can't you go fishing? Is it broken? I'm confused. Oh, weird. Why isn't it working? I'm just gonna close it real quick here. There we go. That should do it.
Get M. They're distracted.
No. Behave yourself. Don't you do that. Don't get me. Wow. Wow, guys. Pescetti says, fine, I'm a game programmer. Now take your fish and scram. Hey, there it goes. It's working again. Wonder what happened there. Oh, you know what happened? That's been running since this morning. I'm not surprised you got kind of screwed up there. I never closed it since this morning, so I'm wondering if like maybe an old stream ID was on there still. Vixen says, though, if you all ever need IT work, I'm literally an IT major. Oh, nice. Oh, who's the Blaziken? That's a new one. Who's that? Oh, it's Ben. Ben is the Blaziken. Nice. Ben says, I cast nibbles on a volley. Whoa, you can't do that. I'm gonna nibble on you. Zeppa says, my computer is on fire. What do I do? Don't call me. Call NVIDIA. Don't call me. I don't know anything about why your computer's on fire. I didn't build your computer. No, sir. It wasn't me. Yeah. Actually, I wonder if I could find like a really old picture of like White Wolf and I hanging out together. I'm sure I still have a picture from the Kanab days. Vixen says, suffocate the flame. Creeper the Duck says, right now I'm just looking for any work. My company isn't calling me back, so I applied to Aldi, Publix, and every gun shop down here. I feel like the gun shops would be hard to get a spot at. Where else could probably use that? Interesting. I don't know. Probably any, I could also mention like other stores, but you probably wouldn't have them around you or anything like that. But any grocery stores or Walmarts. Walmarts could probably use you too. I cast flip a random but critical bit on in your RAM. Hey. Hey. My game just lost all its progress. It was going so well. I think if your computer's on fire, I think you losing the progress of your game is a little less important than your computer being on fire. Jurassic Joss says suffocating fire is just the most universal way to stop a fire, but usually it requires sacrifices of something else unless you have a fire blanket. I mean, you could also just like blow on it, you know. It'll take care of it, right? You just blow it out. It's like a fire on a candle. Just blow it out. Zephyr says oh wait, I already read that. Creeper says normally, but they all know the shop I work at on Saturdays. Most gun shops don't know anything about this. Military surplus, I think. Antiques or classic guns, and I do. Ah. Polyworld escaped. Guys, you didn't catch the Pokemon. What happened? You didn't catch the Pokemon. Fire, as in great, not literal fire. But you said your computer was on fire, not that your computer was fire. Right? Is that what you meant? I thought you said your computer was on fire. Yasher says, I had a customer soak his laptop with bug spray because bugs kept landing on it. The computer was fried. I had, this is when I was and this may have been something really freaking weird, but I was actually called to the office at my school when I was like probably 15 years old, and everyone was like, ooh, Hayo's in trouble, uh-oh. And then I go into the office and everyone there knows that I've been fixing all the computers in the school. So some teacher was like, hey, I don't even know who the heck the teacher is, but somebody else in the office knew that I fixed all the computers. And they said, oh, there's this kid that's in the school that could probably fix this for you. So they gave me this laptop and they were like, hey, what can you fix this? It's not working. And I said, sure, let me take a look at it. And then I tried to type on it and the keys were like really gummy. I'm like, what the heck is this? And I checked underneath the keyboard and I don't know for sure because I was a kid and I didn't know anything. But it looked like it was just jam-packed full of butter underneath the keyboard, which is like, thinking about it now, I don't know if that was butter. I was like, I can't fix this. Literally, there's butter in the keyboard is what I told them. It's like, I'm not cleaning that out. I'm sorry. That's out of my job description because that wasn't even a job. I was just fixing the computers. I'm not cleaning butter out of your keyboard. Sorry. That was weird. Jurassic Joss says flame. I may have accidentally typed a link. Yeah, if you type links, it'll blank them out. Creeper says some of the guns we've had come into the shop from people thinking they can work on their own guns, and the stories I could tell you. Yeah, I can imagine. I've seen some pictures, especially recently. For some reason, they're just seemingly popping up a lot. It's like, hey, I did this work on my my firearm, and then and like the gun, it's like I went to go test shoot it, and now it's like in pieces. What happened? It's like, you made this piece of metal that's supposed to be thick, not thick, and now it fell apart. What do you think is going to happen? Yasher says, same with me at school. Unfortunately, the thing I became known for was fixing a printer. Even when I was a kid, I despised inkjet printers. Inkjet printers are such a scam. Even back then, it's more of a known joke nowadays. But like, you know what the weird thing is actually? We had somebody who had a laser jet printer from like probably 1995. Oh. I don't remember that being so loud. But there was someone who had a printer from 1995, and they were just using it this year. And I forget what exactly happened that we couldn't get it to work anymore. But it basically wouldn't feed paper anymore. It just wouldn't do it. So we were like, okay, maybe it's time to finally upgrade to something new. And they were really happy with it at first because it was like, oh, they printed something and it would happen super fast. It wouldn't take like 5 minutes for it to warm up and spit a couple pages through and then finally be done with it. You're just like, whoop, boot up, print, done. But their old printer, they printed every day. They printed like 50 pages every single day for the thing that they did. And then they went through the cartridge on the old printer once every 3 to 4 months. Like it took them forever to go through the cartridge. They got this new printer, which had a relatively same size cartridge for it, and they were going through that cartridge in the same amount of paperwork that they were doing in about, what would they say it was? I was thinking they were going through it once every 2 weeks. So like, even though the cartridges were the same size, for some reason, there's some kind of scam going on where they're making the printers just not capable of doing their job as good. So like it went from 3 to 4 months to 2 weeks. It was a legit, really not so great thing. We did find a workaround for it. There's a print light option on the printer, and now they're getting about a month and a half out of it now, which is much better. Creeper says, had a guy bring in a Union Signal and a Switch in 1911. Ooh, cool. And show us the custom he did on it. Destroyed a $6,000 1911, maybe worth $1,300 as parts. That sucks. That sucks. Yasher says, to be fair, the ink tank printers are a step in the right directions, but you have to print regularly or the head will clog. That was something that happened to the last inkjet printer that I bought maybe 4 years ago. Hello, Zephys. Hey, Bagel. How's it going? How you doing over there? You're our one viewer over on YouTube today. I still got my pop, by the way. I'm going to drink a little bit more. But no, I got myself an HP printer, which was probably actually one of my issues. But I got myself an HP printer, and it came with a trial-size cartridge. It was a single color cartridge. It didn't have a black and white. It was just a color, and then it used the color to make black and white and stuff like that, which was more of a brownish color, but whatever. And I used it, and then it ran out. And at this point, I was like $50 into this printer. So I was like, okay, I need to get more ink for it. And I do plan on printing some with it. So I went to the store and got myself a $79 ink cartridge because it was the XL version, which means that it could print more pages. I don't know exactly what that means, but that's what it wanted to do. Your food?
LaCroix is not
oh, you're
soda.
good. Okay, that makes more sense. That makes a lot more sense. I thought maybe you were making a joke about your name there for just your bagel, you know. No, but you're good. I got you. That's awesome. That's awesome to hear. LaCroix is not soda. It is soda for me. Get out of here with that noise. Let me be happy about my choice of beverage. Yeah, I'm staying hydrated. Yeah. Oh. delicious. But I bought the cartridge, and then for some reason, I forget what the heck the reason was. I did print a few pictures with it. I think I actually printed out a couple stickers for some buttons that I had created. I had for a while I had a saying that I would always say Cheeto time all the time. So what I did is I had created some little, you know, those buttons that dogs have sometimes to say words for their owners, like I love you and stuff like that. Well, I had them, you'd press it and it would go Cheeto time. So I printed out little things that had my little Cheeto character, the pony character I had at the time. I had that on there, and I signed my name on it, and then like lacquered over the top of it, so it was like a collector's item, and got rid of the recording button underneath it, so you couldn't delete it. Excuse me. I printed that, sent those off to the people that wanted them, and then after that, I didn't use the printer for about maybe a week or two. Then a week passed by, and I wanted to print something else. I can't remember what it was. I think I wanted to print a whole picture for a picture frame. All the colors, the cyan, the yellow, and the magenta, they all mixed together. So it would no longer print color anymore. It would just print black and white. Which means, because I already have a laser printer that prints black and white, and it prints pages and pages and pages with no need to change the cartridge. So this inkjet printer that I bought specifically to print color no longer prints color after a week of not using it. And I spent $80 on this cartridge. I was livid. I was not happy. Zephyr says now carbonated water is soda water. I mean, technically, if you think about it, that is. Technically, all soda is flavored carbonated water. With sugar and stuff like that, yeah. Sometimes there's not even sugar in some pops. Zephyr says, big storm outside. Gotta shut down. Talk to you later, Hayo. Zephys, have yourself a good one. Thanks so much for stopping in. Always great to see you. Everyone, say bye to Zephys. Bye-bye. Bye, Zeph. I'll get you around next time. Yeah. Have a good one, Bean. The battle will be legendary. Yeah, you tell that sky what for. Svenno says, oh, Hayo, do you have a muffin? I do actually have a muffin. I think I may have shown you it before, actually. A muffin is a specific little sticker of a Navali drawn, or the line art anyway, by Fearless Randomist. And a ton of people have gotten them done, and they call it the muffin. Apparently, the person who created or coined the term muffin was someone named Strez from Blue Sky. So if you guys want to know where the heck that came from, that's where it came from. They just joked about the fact that it was a muffin, and then it kind of caught on. Paschetti says, I've never had LaCroix, but I've heard about all the unique flavors, such as stored next to a crate of lemons, or the faint smell of raspberries, or maybe even water poured over a single strawberry. See, if you have sugar in your diet, this stuff sucks to people who have sugar in their diet. But for someone who has literally almost zero sugar in their diet, me, this stuff is delicious. It literally tastes like Sprite to me, but like without that sugary chemical aftertaste that you normally get. I don't know if maybe people get that, but I do get that if I drink Sprite nowadays. There's always that weird, like dry, chemically aftertaste at the end of it. I don't get that with this. So this literally tastes better to me than Sprite does, which I know may not make sense, but it really does taste really good. And I'm really happy that Alapex got it for me because it's really tasty. There's a muffin factory? Technically. There's even been like muffin trays with a volley on it. Yeah, the muffins have lore. Someone says, hey, Hayo, can I promote the muffin factory? I mean, technically doing that is not advisable. What you can do is go to the Discord and do that, though. You can advertise it in the Discord. I don't mind it there. Pescetti says, I drink gratuitous amounts of Coke Zero. I wonder if I can drink Coke Zero. I can't drink... Well, I can, but I probably shouldn't for whatever the reason that it does this. If I drink Coca-Cola, or sorry, Diet Coke, I think it's Diet Coke that does this. There was one time I was like, oh, I want to drink Coca-Cola, but I'm going to have like Diet Coke so that I don't have sugar in my diet and stuff like that. And then I like drank probably a little bit too much of it. And then for some reason I was Vicodin.
Thank you for the follow.
Thanks for the follow. You're awesome, Bean. Hope you enjoy your stay. Yeah, in the Discord is fine. You can post the Muffin Factory in the Discord. Try not to do it in this chat though. Advertising things in people's chats, unless the streamer says that, probably not the best thing. Yeah, but in the Discord, I don't mind it one bit. It just as long as it's not like gratuitous amounts of it and like taking over the Discord channel. And by the way, our Discord doesn't have a heck of all that much to it. It's just basically a chat thing, media channel, and then I think a chat room. I can't remember if we have a chat room for like voice or not. I'm trying to keep it just really basic so that I can like try and moderate it as quick as possible so I can quickly look through there and see if there's anything to worry about. Because if I have like 15 different channels for all these different things going through another Discord to moderate it, I don't want to do that just yet. I'm not committed for it. I'm not committed. But we'll get there. We'll get there. News chat. Yeah, oh yeah, that's right. We do have a news channel. I need to fix it though. The news channel is for if I post things to Twitter or Blue Sky and YouTube. There might be one for Reddit as well. I can't remember if that's a thing or not. But it's supposed to like post the posts that I do, but it's not been doing it. It just says, hey, he posted the Twitter. Hey, he posted the Blue Sky. But it doesn't actually like tell you what I posted, which is the funny thing. Creeper says my Discord has a whole 6 users. Yeah, but you know, it's not necessarily about the quantity, it's the quality. That's the important part. That's what the bar we try to stick to is not so much the quantity. It's we want to stick with the quality of people. Sveno says I'm overly committed and now I can't get work done. How do you get your news channel to post when you post? I could never get it to work. It's a paid thing. I pay $2 a month for a service that does that, which is why I need to get it fixed, because I'm not going to keep paying for it if I can't get it to actually do it right. Creeper says, yep, that's why there's 6 people there. Yep. Bagel. Delicious. I think it's a fish. Is that a fish? Yeah, that's a fish. I think Bagel, I don't know if YouTube supports it, but you might be able to type !fish in the chat and it might post a fish on screen. Yeah, no, I know. I left a ton of Discords myself as well. I've been over the past while. I've been adding myself back into stuff. I overwhelmed the heck out of myself for a little bit. There was a point that I almost, I don't know if like some of you people even know, there's something called Huawei Wednesday that we have, but it used to be called Wiggle Wednesday. And there was a point maybe about, when did this happen? About maybe a year ago. I was overwhelming myself with something. I can't remember what the heck it was, but it was Wiggle Wednesday then. I was getting like way overwhelmed with what I was doing. And I think that might have been because I was just like, I was diving too much into it. I was trying to do too much with it at once. And it was just becoming too much of a thing to actually get it done right. So I was like, I need help. Which turned into a whole thing. But now it's called Huawei Wednesday. And now things are a little bit better because I've lightened the load on what I do. I basically just take one video and edit different sections of it and add music on top of it and sync it up to the music. And it's a lot easier for me to do. So now I can actually do it again. Am I allowed to announce this? I think so, right? You keep saying wah all the time. Wah? I mean, that's what I do. I'm a bird. Sveno says, Sila, Jurassic, Josh, and Rena just joined the Discord. Hey, thanks for joining. But yeah, I had to get myself out of a whole bunch of Discords during that time. I removed almost everything except for the bar, the SBF, I still keep, what is that? What I think it's called Cheaty Cinema. When I was doing the movie nights and stuff like that, we had Cheaty Cinema for a while. I still have that Discord around, but like almost everyone there has left that, so I probably should just close it up shop. But I'm just keeping it around for like memory's sake and stuff, because I do cherish the Knab things and the Cheaty Cinema stuff and all the stuff. Like there were some good there were some really good times that were spent back then, so I don't want to like just go, oh, I'm done with this and get rid of it, you know. Whew. And time for the last sip. Zeno says, I'm in 50 servers, and 40 of them are a volley. $45 of them are a volley. I wouldn't even think that there was that many servers for a volley. That does kind of take into consideration. We're trying to get, because I'm assuming some of these servers. Hold on, I need to clear my throat here. Testing. There we go. But yeah, if there's a whole bunch of Avali servers, you got to think how divided up all the Avali actually are. And something that we're trying to do is we're trying not so much to get to have everyone talk to each other, but to have like the bigger Avali groups kind of like talk to each other, so that we can like be aware of each other's like spaces and stuff. Like if I guess what am I trying to say here? We're trying to make it so that if the SBF goes live, then another Avali centric server doesn't go live until we're done, and the same goes for the same way around. If that server is going live, then we don't go live until they're not necessarily done, but at least an hour passes or something like that, so that we're not all stepping on top of each other, so everyone has somewhere to go at some point. So like a Volleykin usually on Wednesdays will go live with a meetup 1 hour before the SBF goes live with Huawei Wednesday, and then we go live with Huawei Wednesday, and then I think shortly after that, maybe 1 to 2 hours after that, I think a Volley Nest goes live with a meetup, and then I think a Volleykin goes live again later on in the night after that. I'm not entirely sure. I usually just pay attention to the Wednesday stuff, because that's when I actually have to do my thing. We're trying to recreate what we kind of had. I know we're all kind of divvied up at the moment, but we're trying to like get that sense of like community back from the big crash that happened a year or two ago. We're trying to get everyone to like, hey, if we're live over here, you have somewhere to go to, even if your place isn't live right now. That kind of thing. We're trying to get that sense of community back, which is, I think right now is actually working. I'm seeing people from a Volleykin. I'm seeing people from a Volley Nest. I need to start going to their places and stuff. I've been trying to do that. I don't know. I think you all should do it too, if you're in a Volley, or even if you're not. I've even tried to go to White Wolf's thing. I don't know if they're still here, but White Wolf also has something called Cozy Beans. I'm advertising you. But they have something called Cozy Beans. I've been trying to make my way towards that kind of stuff too. It's not really my particular space. I'm freaking small when I go to those meetups. But thankfully, about that discussion we were having earlier, they always usually sit on the floor whenever they're, well, not always, but you know, they sit on the floor, they lay back and relax in like a couch or something. They're sitting back and relaxing. Oh, the mail's here. Nice. And then we're literally at eye level, and I just get to have a nice conversation with them and stuff. It's always fun. Savannah says, yeah, SBF does Wednesday and Saturday. Avolican goes 1 hour before on Wednesdays, and on Fridays, Avolican only ever gets like 5 to 15 people, though. I for some, I don't know why. I feel like I doubt that. I don't know why. I swear I've been to Avolican, not a lot, but I have been to them a couple times, and they're usually incredibly busy. Maybe you're just going at the wrong time. They do usually have multiple instances in a given day. Sometimes one in the early day, one in the middle of the day, and sometimes at night. When I've gone to them at night, which is like, I mean, it's 5:13 right now. I usually will go there at around 8 p.m. of my time, which I don't know what that is for you. But there's usually like close to 30 people there when I go there. Now, I haven't been there in a while, but there usually is quite a few people. There's a bit of collision on Wednesdays between Avolican and the SBF, but apart from that, it's good. We're trying. We've been in the 2 hour mark for a while. Oh, that reminds me. I need to talk to Blender about something. Okay, I'll have to keep that in mind. Yasher says, ever thought of making a spreadsheet with? There is actually a calendar somewhere. There is actually a calendar of like all the different times, and I think I actually have it. Of all the places, I actually have it on my phone. I actually have the calendar on my phone, which is really cool. So I always know when everyone has their meetups. I just don't check it that often. I know, I'm such a bad bird. Svenla says, oh, I thought you meant small, as in small content creator. I only have been to the latest ones. There weren't all that many people. I can't say for sure since I'm still new. Jurassic Josh says, Avolican has a lot of people. It's overwhelming. Sveno says, Yashervox, I have all the communities, but not times compiled. There's already a compilation. I believe it was a Volleyist or Squid Neko. How do you say that last name? Neko? I think it's Neko. Squid Neko actually has the calendar. You may be able to ask them, but I don't know if it's a public thing. I think that's just between servers, maybe. But you may be able to ask them for that. I'm gonna take a seat again. I've been standing for a while. Oh. Ooh, okay, hold on. I'm gonna do a stretch here. There we go. Much better. Jurassic Josh says, Avolican has a lot of people. It's overwhelming. That is kind of true. Also, it tends to be that Avoli in the Avolican are much larger beings than they are in the SBF. Like in the SBF, people tend to be a lot shorter and a lot smaller. In the Avolican, people tend to be fairly taller, and I don't know if that's necessarily because technically I think in the SBF when you are my size, because a lot of people like to tend to be around my height, not necessarily my height. I'm usually the shortest one in the scene, but whenever people are shorter, that's actually not to the lore of Avoli. And in Avolican, they're more Avolican. They're more like actual volley. I am having trouble sitting on this ball. Let me grab my controllers. Forehead. Hi. Hello. Hi. How's it going? Hi. Yeah, Nozomi's a pretty tall bean. Not that that's a problem or anything. I'm personally just used to people being taller than I am. Oh, I mean, you guys can't see this, but my my waist checker is sitting right there. Weird. Oh wait, is it working again or? Sveno says, "Hi, is it true that you're less than 4 feet tall in real life?" You might be surprised because I'm always like 2 feet tall in VR. Like I am almost never taller than that. But in real life, I'm 6 foot tall. I'm not tall, but I'm not short by any means. Boing, boing, boing. Did you guys know that you guys can set off little bombs on the bottom of the screen down there? All you gotta do is type exclamation point bomb space the name of the person you want to lay the bomb on. Yasher Fox says, so you're 3 of Bali in a trench coat. I mean, I'm always wearing pants. I'm always, well, not always, but the majority of the time, especially during the fall, spring, and winter, I'm always wearing not a jacket per se, but a sweater. So I could be. I could be. Jurassic Josh says, dang, 6 feet is tall. Nuh-uh. White Wolf says, you're compact. I'm not a music CD. What are you talking about? I'm not a compact disc. I'm a bird. Yeah. Big Ol' Days says, you have 380 fish. Now, with those fish, you can purchase, you can quote-unquote purchase, what are they called? Sounds. Now, if you want to know what sounds are available, you can type exclamation point sound in chat. It'll tell you all the sounds that are available. Each of them is 100 virtual points. It says dollars. I don't know why. But they're just virtual points. And then you can use your points to buy the sound effects. One of them is a bang sound effect. Wow, you can try and scare me. Sveno says, that sounds weird to me because in the UK, pants means underwear. That's it. Blue jeans. Jeans. Yeah, you guys have jeans over there. I saw people wearing jeans when I was in the UK. But yeah, I wear blue jeans almost all year round. I don't like shorts. And sometimes it's probably not the best idea to wear pants on a really, really hot day. But I just don't like shorts. I don't like showing my legs off. It feels really weird. The only reason why I'm wearing short sleeve shirts right now is because it's just too hot for a sweater. But if it were cool enough, you betcha I'd be wearing a sweater right now. Because I like feeling the coziness of clothes. It's very nice. Jurassic Josh says, I'm 5'8" and 3/4. Wait. 5'8" and 3/4. Jurassic, you don't have to do the 3/4 part, you goofball. That last interaction was awkward. I missed the rest of the message there. Sorry about that. But that kind of was silly. I can imagine Cheety's nose is coffee, his chest is creamer, his body is Cheeto, and the inside of his ear is spicy Cheetos. Oh, I never even thought about that. The inside of my ear is red. Jurassic Josh says, a man of culture. Blue jeans is the way to go all year round. With maybe sweats here and there. Sweats is for bedtime. I obviously don't wear blue jeans to bed, but the sweats is for whenever I'm in bed. Sometimes I'll wear shorts at night because that feels nice whenever you're like, you get in, like you just washed your sheets and they're nice and crisp and maybe even still warm from the dryer. And then you get into the sheets while you're wearing shorts and you can feel like the crispiness of the sheets on your legs. And it's such a lovely feeling. Creeper says, my legs are the one-tone part of my body. Never wear shorts. Vixen says, okay, but skirts are really comfy to wear in the summer. Yeah, but I'm not much of a skirt wearer myself, so I'll have to pass on that. But if you find it comfortable, that's awesome. Zveno says I was going to taste like, but that would have just been weird. Asako Nolwing says, Cheetie, hi. Hi, Asako. How you doing? Zveno says, I only have joggers. What is that, like shorts? Shorts or, yeah, they call those shorts, right? Joggers. Jogger sounds like a type of shoe. Oh, hold on. I'll be right back. Oh, my tracking goofed up again. What happened this time? Asako says, I mean, for me, I just sleep in my underwear, nothing else on. I mean, that's cool. I don't, I personally just I like wearing clothes. I know that's, I totally get the underwear part though. Some people actually find that really comfortable. Just because, especially during the summer, like we just have AC, so like we can run the AC and still wear clothes and be comfortable. I like the comfort, I guess you could say. I don't know how that makes sense. Because like, I don't know. I just find clothes comfortable. I like them. Joggers are like track suit pants, I think. Asako says, just given that it's supposed to be 90 degrees Fahrenheit. Yeah. What is that, 34-ish degrees Celsius, I think? 90 degrees Fahrenheit. It's been oh, I didn't even hit the note right. My clock over here usually says what the temperature is outside, but it has not been working for the past couple days. I need to go replace the batteries. But it is currently 77 degrees Fahrenheit in here. It's kind of nice, but I know it's like 85 out right now. Something really toasty. Yeah, see, a ton of people just wear underwear sometimes. I get that, especially if it's hot out. I feel like if I just wore underwear, I'd be too cold, especially with how Smiley likes to keep the AC kind of cranked up a little bit. Sveno says the external temperature here is 17 C, so it's much cooler for you. Jurassic Josh says 85 is considered toasty for you. Well, because of a medication that I take, and I'm not going to say which one it is, but a medication that I take causes me to overheat relatively easily. So 85 is kind of toasty for me, yes. There was one day where it was actually 90 degrees outside, and that was actually July 4th that happened. That was not a good day for me, actually. I ended up having to come home, and I just crashed out from heat exhaustion. And I missed the fireworks show because of it. I missed all the fireworks because of the heat exhaustion. I just couldn't stay awake. I need to just go to sleep. Sveno says anything past 70 degrees Fahrenheit is hot for me. So like it's 77 in here right now, and it's actually kind of nice and cool in here for me. That's the weird thing. I think it's just the humidity really that does it for me. Humidity is what does it, and it's like sometimes actually I think I remember when I was before I had to start taking this medication, there was a time when I was a kid where it was like 90 degrees outside, but it was super dry in the air, and it wasn't that bad. But like these days, especially because I live next to a body of water, it's constantly just humid outside. So now I just have to worry about that. Anytime it's like 85 degrees out, literally feels like 90, 95. So Jurassic Josh says, anything above 90 degrees Fahrenheit with humidity above 60 is considered hot for me. Yeah, that's pretty much what I feel like with. I don't know what the humidity is, but like if I walk outside, it literally feels like I'm almost breathing water. Somebody said, "You live near water?" Yes, I do. Jurassic Josh says, humid heat or is stuffy, and the water from the humidity is what kills. It basically acts as an insulator and keeps the heat in the air. Creeper says, last in Floridian. I've been to Florida. It's not that bad if you have access to being in a cool place and then getting to go outside. It's literally like walking into a sauna, which feels nice. And then you get to walk back inside of a house, and it's like, I don't know what the temperature is. I don't know. But it's cold, basically, when you walk into the house. And then you walk back out again, and it's like hot. It feels oddly nice when you walk out into the Florida air. Now, if you don't have AC, it freaking sucks. But yeah. Isako says, I mean, people say no 80 plus degrees is nothing, but what they fail to realize is if you're near any large body of water, you get the pleasure of also having humidity. That's what'll get you. Yeah, I don't know what the humidity usually is. It's probably close to like 80-85% or something like that. And then if it rains, which happens a lot this year, it's just stupid hot sometimes. And to kind of put into perspective, it's been so hot that so many people have been running their AC recently that in 1 month our power went out 3 to 4 times, and we actually had to rely on our solar power system for a little while because of it. And one of the reasons was that one of the main, I think they're called substations for our power, blew up, and they actually had to have a new one. They had to have a new one delivered on a truck and installed, and it literally took all day for that. Sveno says, when I was in Sardinia, I'm sorry if I'm saying that wrong, I stepped off the 21 degrees Celsius, 70 degrees Fahrenheit plane into 38 degrees, 100 degrees Fahrenheit weather. That was kind of how it was when I went from Ohio when it was winter, and then not winter, it was like more like fall. And then I went down to Florida, and it was like still summer down there. Like it was fall in Ohio, but if you go down to Florida, it was like still summer basically down there. And it was like walking into a whole different world, but like you were only in the plane for like maybe 2 hours. It was pretty cool. Sveno also says, yes, water has a high specific heat capacity. Ooh, wow, you guys are getting technical here. 4.18K MOLK. Wow. So holds a lot of thermal energy. Also, high humidity decreases the evaporation rate of sweat. Yeah, so you can't your body can't naturally cool itself off. Oh. There we go. It finally happened. I was waiting for that like 30 minutes ago, and it finally happened. There we go. Currently about 85 degrees Fahrenheit outside with 65% humidity. 29 degrees C. The external temperature in my neck of the woods. And tomorrow it's only supposed to climb even higher. I hope we're done with the high heat. I've kind of had enough of it this year so far. Danke, White Wolf. Isako says, well, over 90. Yeah. My goodness, Inashi, what are you doing? Delicious. Sorry, that one's my fish. I haven't had a fish in a bit. Nobody's been giving me fish. I need to eat too, you know.
I doing the crime.
Yeah, great job. Great job, Nanashi. I knew you could do it. Great job, bird. Wow, that battery's still going, huh? Oh, it is actually out. Yasher says, don't be so pessimistic. There's still time for heat records to be broken. Just don't mind the bones. I mean, Cheaty just eats the fish whole. I don't really, like, I don't know. I don't know about the lore about how that actually works, though. Like, I've never really even thought about that. How do birds in real life, like, eat a fish whole, but then, like, not have to worry about the bones? Do they do like an owl does and just cough up the bones later on? Or do their tummies kind of like just deal with the bones in a way? Because technically, I believe a volley's tummies are supposed to be able to do that too.
Cheaty stealing the fish from me always.
Not always, just every once in a while whenever I need one myself. You have like 20 of them you can share. Sharing's caring, Nanashi, come on. Jurassic says, high heat has only been getting worse in the coastal Texas. Oh, you're in Texas. Wow. Yeah, that's I mean, you guys have been dealing with some really cold winters down there too. Hitting record past few years. Came to Colorado to escape it. Yeah, I forget what happened.
Need to be big and more scary.
Well, with all the fish that you eat, Nanashi, you'll be big in no time. Someday. Sveno says specific high heat capacity is the energy required to raise the temperature of 1 kilogram of water by 1 degree Celsius. I forget who was talking about it. I think it might have been Michiru. I think it was Michiru was talking about it, that the water over in Germany, I think it was, like the bodies of water over there, it's been so hot over that the bodies of water are actually heating up as well, making it not as nice to go swimming in water because it just isn't as cold as you might think it would be. I don't know how true that is. I don't think I've ever had that happen before, but I'm sure that is a thing that can happen. It's just been so hot so much recently. I'm sure it has been going up. Sveno also says specific heat capacity of water, just a specific heat capacity of any substance. I see. You guys are getting scientific. Wah-wee. Wah-wee.
I catch way too much fish. Cheaty can have as much as he can carry.
Yeah. I'm going to gobble up all the fish. Not all of them. I'll leave you some too. Nom, 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 nom.
Okay, says I don't need to share any more hat.
Michiru, oh my gosh, what's happening? Bagel says, Cheaty prefer big or small fish? Cheaty's response is, yes. Both. Both is nice. Yeah, both. Yeah. Fish is fish, because fish is delish. What did Michiru say? Michiru, I believe, was talking to somebody else in the SBF server, saying that the water, the bodies of water in their area, because of how hot it's been in Germany, has been going up. So I think, if I remember the numbers right, I think they were saying that the water temperature, instead of being like 17 C or something like that, was getting more up to like 24 degrees C, something like that. 22 or 24, I can't remember exactly. Kind of hard to remember. I saw that message from them like maybe 4 days ago, and they weren't even talking to me, so I don't they were talking to somebody else. I just remembered them saying that. I love how you basically went both is good, yeah, with yourself. Yeah, well, I mean, fish is fish is delish. Doesn't matter if it's a small or big fish. Cheetah will eat both. Zeno says, yeah, that can happen with prolonged heat. That's a big jump, though. Isako, no, I mean, it's been, because like I talk to blenders sometimes, and it's been hot. Like, I would probably say annoyingly so. Like, I wouldn't, if I didn't have AC. I mean, if I didn't have AC and I was used to not having AC, then I probably wouldn't have as much of an issue. Like, I'd get used to the heat. But like, I actually properly can't handle like 90 degree, or what is it, 32 degrees Celsius weather. Like, my body just cannot handle that. Well, anymore anyway. Asako says, I mean, I've caught cod, crayfish, salmon, pike, bass. Yeah. I haven't actually gone proper fishing at all this year. I need to go down to Florida and do that, because there might be a chance that I might not be able to do that in the future because of certain situations that are happening. So I should definitely do that at some point. Lyco says, I have heard that in regards to fish, due to mercury content, big fish is best to have much less often than small fish. Is it like in smaller fish there's more mercury content than there is big fish? I guess that would make sense, right? Jurassic Josh says it's unbearably hot. I have to I'm guessing you have to pre-cool your car? I remember having to do that with my Cadillac, because it was an all-black car with black interior, left out on the driveway. Like, literally sitting, like, if it was hot out and sitting in the car chair. Maybe this is one of the reasons why I don't like wearing shorts too, because I would sit in the car chair, and it's black leather, and you sit down in it, and it's like, oh my god, I'm on fire. Maybe not sturgeon. I think sturgeon are not cheap fish to have around, because of that's where the fish eggs come from that people like. What is it called? Caviar. Creeper says, and if you end up down here, let me know where you land. Maybe we can go get food or something. That'd be pretty cool. That'd be pretty cool. Yeah. Asako says that you need specialized equipment. Oh, to catch sturgeon? They're usually farmed a lot, I guess. Which kind of... I wonder if that causes any issues. Oh, Lyco, I missed your message there. I didn't think it was going to go by that fast. Oh my gosh. Yeah, black leather is not the best experience as Jurassic, especially on the steering wheel. Yeah, even the smart car has that issue. Sveno says, yeah, that's because of tropic levels. The higher in the food chain you are, the more you have to eat. So things with heavy metals and pesticides accumulate in the higher levels. Uzi says, my car says the temperature is 132 degrees Fahrenheit. Are you in your car right now and it's that hot outside? You might want to move your car into like a shade or something. That's pretty freaking toasty. Asako says they will snap a normal fishing pole. I can imagine. Those are not small fish. Jurassic Josh says 132 degrees Fahrenheit is tea time temperatures. Holy cow, guys, it's almost 6 o'clock. How long have we been streaming for? 2.5 hours. Uzi says no Tesla app tells me this info, and somebody's little birdie character is in the way. I can't read that. I'm waiting for the Zapdos to move. There we go. Info, and that roof is glass, and the car is black, and the leather seats. Yep. I don't think Teslas came with cloth seats, did they? They always came with leather, didn't they? Asako says, I mean, personally, I would want to get a fishing license renewed so that I can fish out of the river again. Yeah, but if it's your river, right? Or is it not your river? Maximum heat absorption. Let me see here. Let me check my battery. Oh, it's dead. Time to replace it. Whoa, somebody just went flying across the screen. What happened? What happened? What happened, guys? Guys. Hey, Ellen. Hi, Bean. Okay. There we go. I'm bouncing with one foot. This is actually not that comfortable. There we go. I'm in a better spot. What's your favorite area of science? Says Sveno. Like what was it called? Electronics or whatever. Like when I was in school, we got to the point of like talking about batteries and wires and light bulbs and stuff like that. I was freaking all over that. I was having way too much fun. They're like, whoa, he knows what a filament is. I'm like, yeah, I don't know how it is. I know what a filament is, but I know what a filament is, and I know it burns and it lights up stuff. But these days, we don't even do that anymore because technology's moved forward so much. We hardly ever use filaments anymore, except for maybe in cars. And maybe some signs, like signage. We all use LEDs and... Well, I think actually we use mostly LEDs these days, which sometimes stinks if you ever think about it. If you've ever taken your phone, like a high refresh rate phone outside and tried to take like a really high refresh rate video in the middle of the city, you'll notice the refresh rate of all the LEDs out there. It really stinks sometimes. Now, if you talk to me about math, which is unfortunate that science uses a lot of math. But if you talk to me about math, I will not want to talk to you about it because I don't like math. Math is not a strong suit for me. And whenever somebody starts talking about like adding letters to math equations, I'm like, okay, you lost me. Department of Wildlife Protection still requires you to get a fishing and hunting license even on private property. I'm actually not sure about that. No, Jesus! You suck, man. Oh, is it time? Oh, okay. Sure. I'll be right there, okay? Guys, I gotta get going. I think we gotta go make some dinner. So I'll talk to you guys again soon, okay? I gotta go make food because I gotta eat dinner. This Avali has a new Avali box. Heck yeah. Sveno says wooden rulers measuring the resistance of constraint I missed that one. Alan Phipps says, I hated math and have no idea how I passed it. Sveno says, Smiley was a smiler. Jurassic Josh says, try calculus and physics. They introduced Greek letters. Okay, we're going to have to... Joking, by the way. But we're going to have to ban Jurassic Josh now because you're talking about calculus and physics. I don't want any more of this. These numbers and these letters in my I'm sick and tired of these heckin' letters in my math. We need to stop it. I'm just kidding, by the way. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I don't want you to think I'm serious. Yeah. Bye, Cheeto. Have a good evening. Thank you. I actually might try, just to mess around. I might try to go live again later on tonight, just to try and gauge like what happens if I were to go live at night, which would be really fun. Because that's something I don't usually do. Hey Sveno, did you know that you shine bright like a diamond? Shine bright like a diamond. Shine bright like a diamond. Yeah. Yeah, we just gotta go make some food. I think Smiley might be getting hungry, so we gotta go make food so he can eat too. But guys, since the majority of us are all over on TikTok, oh, here we go, Twitch today, I'm gonna send you guys on over to another Twitch streamer. I'm gonna see who's live, and then I'm gonna send you guys on over. So we have 17 of you. If you guys would like to join us, please do. Is Signing still live? I would love to do that again. Say hi to them for a little bit. Yeah, don't tell them we're coming though. Don't tell them we're coming. Just let it be a surprise for them, okay? Here, let's get you guys set up for that. Yeah, no, thank you for joining us today. That was really cool. Yeah, we're gonna go say hi. I need to get the chat, not this one. This one. So let's see if it does it. Raid sign neck. And then I'm gonna get his channel up really quick. Twitch.tv. By the way, guys, if you didn't know, Signic is also a wait, are they live? Yeah, they are live. Signic is also in a volley. Let's see what they're currently playing. They are playing Super Luigi.
Stone Snake Tower,
Delicious. Thank you. Yeah, they're playing some Nintendo games right now. This kind of looks like a... Oh, it's like a Super Mario game. But it's called Starting Super Luigi U. So it looks like they're playing on their Wii U right now. Yeah, we need more volley streamers. And Signic is totally one of them. And right now they're at 3 viewers. Let's go give them some love. They've been live for 2 hours and 55 minutes. So let's go say hi to them. You can, if you want, say Cheaty Raid in the chat, but not required. Just make sure to say hi to them when you get there, okay? So here we go. We're going to have 14 of us hopping on over. And until next time, this is Cheaty Bird signing off. Have a fantastic day, everyone. Bye!